JJ the CPA here. I want to tell you two quick things, and it's talking about getting money in your bank account from the EIDL and from your line of credit. So California is closing down again. I just did an extensive video about that. That's the writing on the wall. Not at all trying to be panicky, but wanting you to be prepared. How can you be best prepared? It's by having money in your bank. The first is that relief of the economic injury disaster loan. And all I'm saying is if you haven't got it and you were closed before, that just means you're at risk to being closed again, and you need to get in and apply for it. We all know that it did close for a while. It did run out of money. It then came back open, was only open for the agricultural businesses. So if you are at risk, you need to go ahead and get the EIDL. I've got a number of videos that talk about the EIDL, the use, how to get it, step by step. So in the body of this, I have a playlist link. Go check out the other videos. What I want you to know though is that you can't wait any longer. Hear me. You can't wait any longer. If you're self-employed, it's open to you. I have a specific video for the self-employed on how to apply for the EIDL. Get in and apply for it. The second is that if you have available credit, your line of credit. Now, many don't want to borrow on that line of credit till they have to. That makes sense. That would be if we are in normal times. That would be in I see nothing in the near future that's going to disrupt my cash flow. If your cash flow was disrupted because of the prior closings, I want you to assume, I want you to move forward as though that could happen again. It only makes you more prepared. It doesn't mean that you are running scared. It doesn't mean that you are giving in. It doesn't mean you're weak. Even if you don't have a strong position on wearing a mask and you're still kind of uncertain and you're not sure what the big deal is, well, if you were closed, you know what the big deal is. So on available line of credit, there are banks right now saying, you know what, whatever you owe us right now, that's all you're going to be able to get for a while. We're just freezing it. So I'm not talking about credit cards. I'm not talking about going to your credit card and getting an advance on it at a 30% interest rate. What I'm talking about is on your line of credit. Line of credit meaning I can borrow up to this dollar amount from the bank. You're going to pay interest on it while you have it in your bank account. But it would be better in your bank account, even if you're having a little bit of interest accruing on it, than not having it available. So what am I talking about here? Let's just talk about the next 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 weeks. So even if you pulled $100,000 off your line of credit, you put it in your bank account, and let's say that your rate's 5%. Well, take 5% divided by 12, and you're less than 0.5% of interest on that. Okay, so maybe it's $500 in interest. If you're not concerned about having money in your account, you weren't closed before, then obviously it wouldn't make sense for you to do it. But if you were, you'd want to have that available. I don't know that PPP, Paycheck Protection Program, will be available in a different way or again. I know there's $130 billion, but they already gave out 400, now I guess it would be 530 billion has already been given out. They have 130 billion left. But it may be that that gets allocated in different ways or to a different segment of the economy. You know as well as I do as a business owner, the main thing that Paycheck Protection Program provided to you was payroll. Now it helped with rent and utilities. The EIDL you can use for anything. Your line of credit can be used for anything. Now, when you pull money from your line of credit and you're putting it in your account, I don't think you should use it, meaning just let it sit there. I don't think you should use it for the next 3 to 5 weeks. Wait and see, but now you've got some money. The EIDL, it's going to take, they say, up to 21 days to work through the process. I know some that were in the process of getting the EIDL, and it's been under review now for a couple of weeks. So get your application in. It's just about preparing right now. Preparing. So the video I just released talking about California closing walks through breaking out the 5 financial aspects of your business that you can apply to your personal, to do it right now, to do it today, to break things into 5 categories, to then be prepared for the next step, which is going to be a video I'm putting out tomorrow to talk about some of this. But right now, the message is apply for EIDL if you haven't already. And if you have available line of credit, consider pulling that money and putting it in your bank account. All right, hey, hang in there. Don't panic. Be prepared. All right, hey, JJ the CPA here. Appreciate you listening. I'd love it if you'd subscribe, and then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me. All right, have a great day.